Good morning. I'm going to make this recording for my live trading on Friday, May 29th. It's 8 o'clock. Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock, so I'm going to put on a new trade. I'm trying something different. I put on this trade yesterday on Thursday, just 5 contracts. I want to see if I can diversify through time. So put 5 contracts on yesterday, and I'll put on 5 contracts today, but it'll be centered at today's prices for today, if that makes sense. So yesterday, this short put is supposed to be at 40 delta, which it was at 40 delta yesterday, but today it's at 15 delta. So today, 40 delta, um, 40 delta is uh, delta 40. Oops, that's the put debit spread down here. Okay, this is the short put here. So it was 40 delta yesterday, now it's 44 delta. So today, since the rut dropped 12 points, almost 0.4%, 40 delta is now down here at 2,900. So let's put on today's trade, half of the contracts, or 5 contracts in my case, at 2,900. So the calendar is -5 +5. And if I look at the implied volatility, the back cycle is around 22.8 and the front cycle is 21.53. So it's not ideal. You want to be less than 1% difference, but it's a little bit over. It's like 0.2% lower volatility in the front, which is not good. 1.2, I mean. But we're going to put it on anyway, since I put one on yesterday, and the difference yesterday was less than 1%. So let's commit this. I'm going to send this without save to Thinkorswim, which copies it over to Thinkorswim. Um, I mean, you don't have to use this software to make this trade, but I've done this for so long that it's just easier for me to do it that way, but it's just as easy in Thinkorswim. Um, and just to show what the market is doing, kind of gap down this morning, and then it's like hovering right there. So hopefully it'll stay right there. See if I can get the best price here. We'll go down. Oops, 24. We'll try for 24.35. Okay, and then once that fills, I'll lock it in. I won't lock it in right now. I want to put it on the put debit spread now at 14 delta, which is about right there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, which is that. So basically, this modeling software, the green, tells me what it would look like with this position added on to the current position in blue. So it gives you an idea of what it's going to do. But I think you saw on the other one when I did that, what the new position is going to look like. So this is good because it kind of centers everything up. It flattens out this new model, the delta T+0 line here. This is the current position in blue. This is the delta line, or the T+0 line, and then this would be the new one. So it flattens it out. The delta goes. I mean, it's still kind of high, but it'll flatten it out a little bit, so which is good because the market's dropping, obviously. Um, let's undo that for now. That I can send in my put debit spread. This one, I want to send that. I want to commit that. Okay. And so you want to try to get at least $2. I want to try it for 220 here. Well, 150 to $2 is the rule. That's what you want to get, but more the better. This one I'm gonna have to probably increase. It's not filling, so let's try to get this filled. Go to 2440. Market's kind of moving up. I mean, the rut is kind of moving up in price. Let's go to 45. Okay, it filled me at 2443. So then let's get this filled. So bring it down to 2210. Okay, that filled at 210. So this put debit spread filled at 210. So I'll lock that into the software. I'll just put it in my notes. I got credit at 210. Yeah, so that my current position looks like, well, actually, I got to add the calendar also, 2900, I believe. -5, -5. Commit that. 2443. All right, so that's my new position for this week. And hopefully when theta kicks in, I'll put in some extra lines at T plus. The red line is T plus 5 days from now. If I stayed in it, it would make 4,000. Obviously, I wouldn't wait till 4,000. Would wait for 5% profit, which would be around a little under 2,000, I think. And that's the trade for this week. You could have also done it in Thinkorswim. Obviously, it's been just as easy. Go to RUT here. Go to the option chain, and go to 14 days out. And last time I said look at this implied volatility, but actually you can look at if you scroll down, these are my positions. This is the calendar down here. This are the put debit spreads. You can see the implied volatility here. So use this number. So like 2900 would be 21.5 roughly. And then check the same thing on the back cycle here. And that's 22. So the back cycle is a little bit higher than the front cycle, which is not what we want. We want it to be either zero or the front cycle to be higher. But anyways, I put on this trade. But if you were to do it here, you would just come down here, say I did the 2900, you would sell that one at the bid. Then you would go to minimize this, and then you would go to the back cycle, go to 2900, press the control key down, buy the back cycle, and there's your calendar. And then obviously you want to change this to like 5 contracts, in my case, but make sure you choose an even number because when you do adjustments, you want to take half of your contracts and you can't take half of five. You can't sell or buy 2.5 contracts. So either do six or eight or 10 or whatever. You can start out with two as a beginner just to learn how to do it. And then you would confirm and send that. And then it'll tell you here how much the trade is going to cost you and how much buying power it's going to take. And then you can send that in. But you're also going to put on a put debit spread. So that's going to add another 5,000 of buying power. So you would roughly need about $10,000 to do this strategy. Okay, so, but I'm not going to send that in. I'm going to delete it. But you could also bargain there with the limit prices to get the best price. Okay, well, the market just seems to not want to cooperate. It wants to keep going down. Anyways, we'll let it go. And then I just want to go over last week's trade as well. I made a stupid decision and got out early for a $1,200 profit, which was stupid. That it was only 2.5% profit, and didn't follow my trading plan. 5% profit. Um, and today I left this trade on in here in the analysis tab just to see. I didn't put in my closing orders for $1,200 profit. You can see today if I would have just left it on, it would have been up over $2,000 in profit. So lesson learned. Follow your trading plan again. I got emotional again. Took profits early. I should have waited for at least 5%, which would have been around $1,800, $1,900 or 2,000, I think 5% for 10 contracts. But I just didn't like the price action when I sold it. I think I sold it. I got out of it on like Tuesday or Monday. I don't remember. Um, so don't do that. From now on, I'm going to follow my trading plan. Wait for the 5% profit target. Oh, it looks like right here, 5.7% would have been 2.3K. So now we all know not to learn from our mistakes and not do what I do sometimes. I'm not perfect, and I'm learning as well as we go. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. And I hope your mom feels better. Okay, I'll see you next time.